Hello, this is Darren Landrum from Catching the Sound podcast. I thought I would go ahead and record a short video here just to kind of give a tour of what I'm doing in my basement slash music studio slash lab. There are some sound treatments there that are as yet unhung, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with those yet, but I'll think of something. There is the Kawai K4R. It doesn't have a home yet, unfortunately. I'm still kind of stuck on where I can put that to make it accessible and to be able to cable it in. I'm afraid it might just end up staying there, and but I'll see if I can figure something out for that. There's the new Akai Miniac keyboard. I've been playing around with it a little bit, getting an idea of how the filters sound and everything, and it's a pretty sweet little synth. I mean, obviously we all know it was an Alesis Micron in new clothes, but it's nice new clothes. You know, you've got real pitch and a couple of mod wheels and some rotary encoders instead of that cheesy slider and the sideways going pitch wheel. And there's the sampler. Let me go ahead and sit down here. This is the sampler, the E6400 Ultra sampler. It's now got 128 megabytes of memory in it. Ooh, hot stuff, huh? Some MIDI cables and couple of drumsticks and chopsticks and such for sound design purposes. That's not going to be staying there. Here's the old dirty keyboard that really needs fixed. There's my Gorilla Pod currently acting as a stand for the windscreen of my field recorder, which is in its pouch right there. And there's the computer screen currently listening to Point of Inquiry, the latest episode. There's my hard drive and Thermaltake hard drive dock. That's the 1 terabyte backup drive. Wharfdale monitor, computer, TC Electronics interface. So far I'm actually quite liking it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I have back here on the bench. I'm getting some stuff in there, as you can see, but it's slow going. It's a big fat mess. It's not going to be this big of a mess by the time I'm done, but just gotta figure out what's going on. Strip that old Walkman for parts, capacitors, transformers. That's a power transformer. That's a signal transformer. That's a speaker that's had the cone ripped out of it, but the motor I think is still good, so I'll figure out something to use that for. Oh, this is funny. This is a little tiny multimeter. I think it was a $5 multimeter or whatever. They're basically junk, but you know, it's always fun to have little things like that. Bunch of capacitors and some TL084s. 4 of them, and I have no idea what I bought them for. That's the remains, or that's what's done of a Paya Fat Man kit, and I'll probably finish that. There's a big beefy Radio Shack transformer, 120 to 12.6, which means you can build a 15 power supply out of it. So that's probably how it'll end up. There's some heat shrink tubing. There's a prototyping board, and under here some documentation. Oh, but just notebooks, including a maker's notebook. Hey, check that out. And XLR input jacks. You can kind of see that there. So some transformers and IEC jacks for power. There's my main Radio Shack. Yeah, it's a $30 multimeter, but it gets the job done. I'm going to get something better soon, but it's good enough for the not terribly tolerant DC measurements I need to be able to do for my projects. Soldering station. Very simple one, not an expensive one. Also not an expensive bench power supply. It's got a regulated 5 volt output, and it's got a plus minus up to 15 volt output. But you definitely need to put a meter in to make sure of what voltage it's giving you. bunch of other parts here that, again, I have no idea what I bought any of these for. Or I do, but I don't know what goes to what anymore. These are transformers for an API. These are output signal transformers for an API-style mic pre. These are VCA chips, VCA ICs, DBX 1252. I have no idea what I bought these for, but I'm sure they'll come in handy for something. Here is, this is a penultimate Zen, Nelson Pass's penultimate Zen board. Let me pull the camera back so it can focus on it. And this is for 2 channels, and I decided to keep those just to see if maybe I would go ahead and maybe buy one. And here we have, this is a board for the API style mic pre. In fact, that's the hole for this transformer right here. It goes in like that, basically. And it's got an option there. Here, let me click on the macro. See, the gain can be a pot or a switch with a bunch of resistors there. And it's also got an option for a discrete op amp or a chip op amp or an integrated op amp, which is what I'll probably do, is use an integrated op amp, even though I do have little PCBs for the discrete op amp that it uses, the 2520 op amp from API. Get a good look at it right there. And let's see here, we've got little signal transformers. This is for the input signal for a tube mic preamplifier I was going to build. And indeed, here are the tubes for it. I'll get one of these out. These are the tubes that were going to be used in said mic pre. And I think I'm still going to go ahead and build that. It uses 2 tubes, 4 stages. I have 2 of these signal, and I can take the can out and see that's a little tiny signal transformer that's sitting in there. Got these from a fellow, called himself New York Dave, really nice guy. Hope he's still out there somewhere, haven't heard from him in a while. EdCore signal transformers, again, no idea. Oh wait, you know what? I know what these are for. These are the output transformers for this tube pre. So let me go ahead and put it back into regular mode here. Oh, bunch of magnets, a bunch of neodymium magnets. I was going to, here, I'll take those out of the bag here. Well, be a bit of a pain in the rear. They're just little 1-inch long by 1/4 by 1/4. They were going to be for a DIY ribbon microphone, except I went ahead and bought a ribbon microphone to modify. That's right there. You can see the case for it. I'm not going to take it out because I'm almost to my YouTube limit on this video. But I can quickly show you. This is the MXL V76G microphone. Yeah, if I can do it one-handed. See, look. Pretty cool, huh? V1176G microphone. And I'll put that down. And then there's the Samson Q7, which I got for free with them when I bought the field recorder. And this is the Audix i5 here. Let me put it back into macro mode. The Audix i5 mic, which is kind of a dynamic workhorse, a lot like the SM57. So there you have it. That's basically kind of what's going on for right now. As soon as I know more about what's going on, I'll keep everyone posted. Oh, hey, look, the screensaver just kicked on. That's cool. I have Windows 7 installed for the first time, so... Okay, that's it. Then I will go ahead and let all of you go. And hope you have a nice time, and remember to keep making stuff.